Hey guys, it's October 18th. Started vacation today. Just got the truck all finished, packed up, and yeah, getting ready to head east over to Perry County. So we'll see you when we get there. Well, you guys, we're down here in Perry County, State Game Land 88, and yeah, nothing went according to plan this morning. Well, it did, and it didn't. Everything went real smooth. We got in here nice and early, and guess who forgot his possibles bags with his reloads and his primers for the inline muzzleloader? Yep. Well, anyways, needless to say, there wasn't going to be any firing the muzzleloader without primer, so we ended up making the trek all the way back to next place, getting my possibles bag, and now we're back. It's shortly after 8 o'clock, and hopefully there's something still exciting to experience over here this morning. So we seen several different groups of deer on our drive back over and even coming in here. So fingers crossed, we'll bring you some action a little bit later. This is terrible terrain. So hard to get around. Oh man, we've been climbing and climbing. I'll have to look at my Onyx to see how many feet of elevation we've climbed. It's crazy though. God, we're just about at the height we want to be. Gonna slip on over around the edge of this hill so we can get a look down into this bottom that has a clear cut in it, and maybe sit up for a little while. Well, pushing 10:30 now, and we haven't seen any deer, so we're going to work on heading our way back out and get a plan together for this evening. So we'll see you back in the woods then. Well, we haven't made it started making our way out of the woods yet. Nick wanted to put new batteries in a camera that he had here and change its location. I mean, this is some terrible terrain in here. I mean, so steep, and everything in here wants to hurt you. There's multiple different things with jaggers and spikes on it, but this is just giving you a look. There was a bit of an opening here where they did a clear cut a few years ago, and that's kind of what we were hoping to catch some deer skirting the edge of. But yeah, I mean, look at the spikes on this. And this is incredible. I mean, everywhere you look, I mean, there's multifloral rows. It's just crazy. I don't know if you can even comprehend how steep it is, but I mean, there's massive rock slides, and Nick put some time in here trying to do some scouting, and yeah, there's kind of a panoramic view for you. So anyways, I do feel super bad about us having to turn around and make another trip to go get my possibles bag for my muzzleloader. But now that I've been in here a little later, when it was daylight enough for us to walk in instead of trying to do this in the dark, I don't know that I would have wanted to do it in the dark. I mean, it was a terrible walk in here. Getting caught up in the brush and the jaggers, and just on the verge of twisting an ankle and slipping on all these rocks and stuff in here. I mean, it would have been really tough going. So anyways, like I said, we're going to break here midday and get a couple things done. We're going to reach out to a couple property owners that Nick knows, and hopefully get us a plan where we can set up somewhere this evening and maybe catch some deer coming out to an ag field or two. So anyways, fingers crossed, we'll still get her done hopefully before the day's out. So I'll talk to you when we're back in the woods. Alright guys, well, we're out for the evening sit. Got permission on a nice farm here Nick has some history with. Has an idea of a couple different places that deer like to pop out at. He's got me sitting in one of those locations where the deer like to come out up here in this corner. And Nick is walking the corn line, cut corn line, and he's going to go over through this dip, up through the next dip, and then just barely start up. He's going to go up and set up just outside the timber, facing down into that dip. That's another place the deer really like to come out at. So hopefully we can divide and conquer. Nick's carrying the bow. I've got the muzzleloader handgun, and yeah, really don't expect to see anything come out until almost, closer to dark. But kick back and relax and enjoy this beautiful day, and hopefully one of us will have some luck this evening. Well, guys, I just had a pretty cool encounter much earlier than I thought I would. You can tell that I've got a lot of sun really blasting me here in this side, and so I'm not sure exactly when these deer came out, but they didn't come out where I thought they would. And I'm thinking they came out about 120 yards from me. And there's a big enough dip in the field that they may have been out there feeding for a little while before I even seen the first one. And anyways, it ended up being 5 deer in all. And they were initially feeding my direction, but then they turned and went down. About the closest they got was about 85 yards. And then they came, 85 yards when they were in the open, and then they came down. They actually did get closer, probably maybe 60 yards in the edge of the cut cornfield. But at that point, multiple things were happening. I couldn't get turned that direction. I couldn't shoot that direction, even if I could get turned, because I was shooting back towards the road. And then they all started looking up past me. I mean, not even close to my direction, but quite a ways away from me, but back up in the timber. And they got real jittery, and they all scampered off the direction that they came from. And I watched them as they went back up into the woods. I'm not sure what that was all about, but hopefully I got a little bit of Tacticam footage of that for you. And that was like 20 minutes after 5. So now that I know the deer are up and moving, definitely gonna perk up and keep my eyes peeled. Hopefully we can still make something happen here. But yeah, I know this little camera's not gonna do it justice, but you can see the rolls in the field. And the very first dip out there, they came out in that dip in the bottom of it, which I can't see from here, and started working their way towards me until I could see them. When they left, they went on the crest of the second knoll and went back up in the timber. So possibly the same group of deer, or some different ones that haven't come out yet, may still appear up here in this corner where I'm set up. Hey, plenty of daylight left, anything can happen. honestly, the first thing I seen was the sun off his antlers, and he's not really feeding, but he was on the same trails as the does were. Whether he was just doing some scent checking or something, I don't know. Turned and went down through the field, and hopefully I got some Tactacam footage of the buck too. I mean, I tried to film both, but it is mounted on the gun, and it's difficult. There's a bunch of tree limbs here and so on, but anyways, it came down and got almost to the edge of the corn where the does were, and it smelled something that it didn't like, and it wheeled and took off and went right back up into where it came from. So I'm not sure what's going on. I've dropped milkweed the entire time I've been sitting here, and my scent is not carrying that way. Not even close. But whether we left ground scent walking up the side of the field, I'm not sure. The does acted like they spooked because of something making noise up in the timber. This buck definitely, like he hit a wall of something he did not like, and that was almost definitely something that he didn't like from the way it would smell. So anyways, I think earlier I said it was 20 after 5 with the does. It wasn't. It was 5:40. It was 20 minutes to 6, and it is 6:04 right now. So 5 does and a buck in a half hour's time, and there's still a good 45 minutes of shooting light left. So I'm hoping. Alright, turn the camera back on if we see anything more. I think this is what had the does all fired up. Got a little buck coming out here. He's not bad. Got some height to him. Right on the same path that group of does went down through the field. Well, you guys, the sun's fading fast, and you know, if anything happens here in the last few minutes, I'll try to bring that to you. But if not, it was a pretty exciting sit this evening, even though I didn't get to roll any smoke out of the muzzleloader handgun. But anxious to talk to Nick and see if he got to see or hear any of those deer that ran in over there. So gonna start wrapping things up here a little bit, and yeah, head back and kind of bask in the glow of just a beautiful day in the Pennsylvania woods down here in Perry County, and enjoyed getting out with Nick and just enjoying creation. So if nothing else, the next time I got the camera turned on. I'll be back up in Northwest PA, and I'll be with the bow in the tree stand most of the time. Maybe carrying a muzzleloader some of the time. Who knows this week? Muzzleloader came in today, and it's in all next week. So I enjoy taking deer either way. So anyways, hey, we'll catch up with you later.